In the heart of Kenya's vast savanna, the sun rises with a promise, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. Here, in this cradle of humanity, where wildlife roams freely under the expansive sky, two souls, Kenda and James, find their paths destined to intertwine. Kenda, a native wildlife conservationist with dreams as vast as the plains, and James, a British photographer with a passion for capturing untold stories, are about to embark on a journey of discovery and love. Kenda's deep connection to her homeland, with its rich wildlife and complex ecosystems, is only matched by her commitment to preserving it. James, on the other hand, arrives in Kenya driven by a desire to document the pressing issues of wildlife conservation, but finds himself captivated by the country's natural beauty and its vibrant cultures. Each has come to Africa driven by their own passions, yet both are seeking something that seems just out of reach. As they prepare to meet, unbeknownst to each other, the wilderness of Africa, fierce and untamed, is ready to cast its spell. Their story is one of love, but also of a deep mutual respect for the land that brings them together. It was under the ancient baobab, where the village gathered, that Kenda and James first crossed paths. The tree, magnificent and stoic, had stood for centuries, witnessing countless stories unfold under its boughs. Kenda was there to lead a community meeting on the importance of sustainable practices, while James had come to capture the essence of such gatherings, his camera always at the ready. Their first exchange of words was brief, but the spark of curiosity was unmistakable. As days turned into weeks, James found himself increasingly drawn to Kenda's fervor and her intimate knowledge of the land. He began to see the savanna not just as a subject of his photographs, but as a living entity, deserving of respect and protection. Kenda, intrigued by James's genuine interest, guided him through the nuances of local wildlife behavior, their mutual respect deepening with each shared sunset over the plains. Their meetings became the highlights of their days. Under Kenda's tutelage, James learned to track lions at dawn, and under his gaze, Kenda rediscovered the beauty of her surroundings through the lens of his camera. The baobab, under whose shade they had first met, became a symbol of their growing attachment, rooted deeply in the soil of Africa. In the dance of the savanna, every creature plays a role, and Kenda was keen to show James the delicate balance of this ecosystem. They spent days observing the intricate interactions between species, how the zebra's vigilance could deter a lion's advance, and how the acacias dispersed their seeds through the giraffe's feasting. It was a symphony of survival, each note crucial to the whole. James captured these moments, his photographs telling stories of coexistence and struggle. Through his lens, the plight of the endangered rhinos became a poignant tale of vulnerability and strength. These images, powerful and evocative, were destined to touch hearts far beyond the borders of Kenya. Kenda watched James work, her pride in his growing commitment to conservation equal to the passion she felt for her life's work. Their shared experiences in the wild brought them closer, weaving their lives together with every story they told and every challenge they faced. The savanna was no longer just a backdrop to their love story, it was a participant, a catalyst that pushed them towards a deeper understanding of each other and the world they were fighting to protect. As their relationship deepened, Kenda introduced James to the rich tapestry of Kenyan culture. They attended traditional dances and ceremonies where the vibrant costumes and rhythmic drum beats filled the air with an infectious energy. James, with his ever-present camera, captured the swirl of colors and the intense expressions of joy and pride on the dancers' faces. These experiences deepened his appreciation for the community's connection to the land and their ancestors. Kenda explained the significance of each ceremony, from initiations to harvest festivals, each one a thread in the fabric of their community's identity. Through her stories, James learned of the myths that shaped their understanding of the natural world, where every plant and animal had its place in the lore of the people. This cultural immersion was not just an education for James, but a merging of their worlds. Their evenings were spent under the stars, sharing stories and dreams. Kenda spoke of her hopes for her community's future, a vision that included sustainable development and a renewed respect for the environment. James, inspired, planned photo exhibitions to raise global awareness and support. Together they envisioned a future where their combined efforts could make a real difference. Despite their deepening bond and shared goals, the path of conservation was fraught with challenges. Poaching and habitat loss were ever-present threats, casting a shadow over the savanna's future. Kainda and James encountered these harsh realities daily, each incident a stark reminder of the stakes involved in their work. They stood side by side, facing each setback with a resolve that was tested but never broken. The local community, though supportive of Kainda's efforts, was sometimes wary of James's intentions. Misunderstandings arose, fueled by past grievances against foreign interventions. Kainda found herself bridging two worlds, explaining to her people James's genuine commitment to their cause while assuring him of the community's eventual trust. These were delicate conversations requiring patience and empathy. Their resolve was strengthened by each challenge, their partnership forged in the fires of adversity. They organized patrols, conducted workshops, and worked tirelessly to foster community-based conservation initiatives. Through these efforts, they not only protected the wildlife but also built stronger bonds within the community, turning suspicion into collaboration. Tensions reached a peak when a severe drought threatened the region, pitting the community's immediate needs against the long-term goals of conservation. Water sources dried up, and wildlife ventured closer to human settlements in search of sustenance, leading to conflicts. James, caught in the middle of this escalating crisis, felt helpless, his usual optimism dimmed by the scale of the challenge. Kainda, too, was stretched thin, torn between her duties to her community and her commitment to the wildlife. The strain began to show in their relationship, with heated arguments replacing their usual supportive exchanges. For a time it seemed as though their shared path might diverge, the pressure of their responsibilities driving a wedge between them. It was in this moment of crisis that the depth of their bond truly showed. Realizing the importance of their union, they sought counsel from village elders, who reminded them of the importance of balance and unity in all things. Inspired by this wisdom, they found new ways to address the crisis, combining traditional knowledge with modern techniques to manage the drought's impact. Their reconciliation was a turning point, not just for their relationship but for the entire community. As they worked together to mitigate the drought's effects, their renewed partnership became a symbol of hope and resilience. They learned that love, much like conservation, requires constant nurturing and a willingness to adapt and grow. As the seasons changed and the rains returned, so too did a sense of renewal for Kainda and James. They had weathered the storm, their love and commitment to each other and their cause stronger than ever. It was during this time of lush growth and abundant life that James proposed to Kainda, under the same baobab tree where they had first met. The symbolism was not lost on either of them. Like the tree, their love had deep roots and now stretched its branches towards the sky. The proposal was a celebration not just of their personal journey but of the community's journey with them. The wedding was a vibrant fusion of cultures, with Kainda's tribe bestowing blessings and James's family marveling at the rich traditions and warm hospitality. The festivities were a testament to the power of love to bridge worlds and inspire unity. Their commitment extended beyond their marriage vows. Together, they established a conservation foundation dedicated to continuing their work on a larger scale. They traveled, speaking about their experiences and raising awareness, but always returned to the savanna, to the community, and to the wild spaces that had brought them together. Their love, like the baobab, was a constant presence, offering shade and inspiration to all who sought it. Kainda and James's story is a reminder of the profound impact love can have, not only on two hearts but on the world. In the vast landscapes of Africa, against a backdrop of challenges and beauty, their love flourished, reminding us that when we connect deeply with others and with the natural world, we tap into a powerful source of transformation and resilience. Their journey underscores the idea that love is not a mere emotion, but a force that can drive positive change. It invites us to look beyond our immediate concerns and to consider how our relationships, with each other and with the earth, shape the future. In the end, Kainda and James teach us that love, much like the African savanna, is vast, wild, and full of endless possibilities. Whether under the shade of a mighty baobab or in the quiet strength of shared goals, their story is a beacon. It calls to each of us to find our place in the world's vast tapestry, to embrace love's challenges and its triumphs, and to embark on our own eternal safari under the boundless African skies.